So I'm sure all of us are having problem attracting leads. Yan, ghosted, seen zone yung iba, unseen zone. 'Di ba? Yun yung na-experience natin in terms of social media. No, block pa yung iba, 'di ba? Sino sa inyo yung yun nga parang walang nag-a-approach online. Walang kaibigan or probably even lalo na kung hindi ka kilala na nag-a-approach online para mag-apply as a financial advisor or bumili ng insurance. And meron bang ganon? I'm sure marami, no? Yun yung one of the major challenges. But what if there's a way that we can make sure that people come to us and they will even be happy and excited to talk to us and either apply as a financial advisor or buy life insurance from us? Will you be excited? If you will be excited, type in the exclamation point in the chat box. If you will be excited when people will come to you and you don't need to beg for appointments. Yan. So perfect. Yan, may mga excited, no? And so yun yung reason why we're here today. I will do my best to share this module to all of you guys. And you know, that's why we created, or I created the magnetic social media strategy. And the subtitle for this program is how to make clients and recruits come to you so you don't beg for appointments. Right? So, but before I go to the topics, siguro konti muna tayong reminders as you listen. Siguro it's best if you will have a pen and paper with you or your notebook and pen with you. So because this will be also a workshop. I will also be asking you to write something, 'di ba? Para hindi kayo nakikinig lang today, hindi kayo mananatiling fans club lang, pero you will really put things into action, 'di ba? So type nyo dyan kung saan kayo magsusulat. Paper ba, notebook, or sa notes ng cellphone pwede rin. Although I will really appreciate if it's a pen and paper. Sige, type in the chat box. Yan. Maganda kung may notebook talaga, no? Kasi dapat mayroon tayong sariling notebook for learning specifically for film life. Ayan, iPad yung iba. Si Jerome, yan, notebook, perfect. Right, so sticky notes sa laptop, yan. Diba? Kasi there will be a few activities I will be asking you to write down and think as well so that meron kagad tayong action plan. Whatever you will be learning today, Trello, sige. Whatever you'll be learning today, you will be immediately have started at the very least. And after today, you'll be able to continue applying and maybe teach to your team members. Diba? So, and let me share with you a brief story and background of myself. No, how many of you pala? I want to ask, how many of you have at least one, probably more training, no, one or more training in terms of internet marketing? Type in IM if you already had a training or may na-attendan kang online course or kumbaga classroom session mismo ng internet marketing. Okay. So hindi pala clear yung instruction ko, dapat letter I tsaka M lang for internet marketing. Pero okay na rin yan. So tama, nasanay tayo sa IM, it's a positive affirmation. Okay, sige. So ako din, no? So I started my career and my business technically online before I graduated 2008, before I even graduated from college. I started marketing online. I think that was yung, ano pa nun? ISP pa, dial-up pa yung connection during that time. But I was already able to sell a few business opportunities online. And then I got invited into real estate late 2008, and about January 2009, I made my first sale sa real estate. In fact, that allowed me to earn my first million at age 22, and 100% of my sales came from online. Diba? So, okay to, ang ganda, diba? Kasi 22 years old, wala akong kakilala. Yung mga classmate ko noon, wala pa silang pambili. So, cannot afford pa. Ganon. So, ang ganda lang, I was blessed to learn about the internet, di ba? And then, sell properties. No? I started selling pa sa sulit.com.ph. I don't know, maybe yung mga bata dito hindi alam yun. Yung website na yon. So, before it was classified ad site, and then eventually nagpunta kami ng Facebook. So, before, hindi rin ako naniniwala makakabenta ng property sa Facebook, and then yes, nakabenta. Diba? Nakabenta na rin ako ng mga trucks online, no, but never life insurance. I never thought that it will be possible to sell life insurance online because in film life and or in the life insurance industry, we are taught na this is a business of trust. And yes, it is still true today. 'Di ba? Kailangan nating kumbaga mag-gain yung trust ng kliyente. Pero sabi nila syempre dapat face to face and then 90% kwentuhan, 10% lang yung closing. That's how VIP clients get closed, 'di ba? So I never really believed and I actually struggled selling online up until probably 2018. 2018 lang ako naka-close. I started 2013 sa Film Life. 2018 lang ako naka-close online. Ano lang yun, parang piniem ko lang. May nakita ako sa internet na nagtatanong, piniem ko and then sumagot naman bumili sa akin. But it's really a struggle. No, I've seen different Facebook pages really doing well and I've seen ang daming mga inquiries nila. Pero sabi ko parang hindi ko siya kayang gawin. Diba? How many of you yung nai-intimidate din dun sa mga nakikita nyong ginagawa online and parang hindi nyo rin kayang gawin or hindi mo alam when or how to start? No, type in me if nai-intimidate ka rin dun sa mga nakita mo online at hindi mo alam paano mo siya i-apply sa life insurance business. Kasi ako, ganun din ako. Diba? Ang dami ko nakitang mga Facebook pages from other companies. 'Di ba? Na sabi ko, ang hirap naman ito, parang hindi ko to kayang i-apply sa negosyo ko. Right? So yeah, intimidated si Van no. So yeah, so ganoon din ako, no. Again, the reason why I'm sharing you this story because what I'll be sharing with you, baka ma-intimidate yung iba, baka sabihin niyo hindi kaya, but I will do my best to share with you the different stories and the proper mentality. 'Di ba? So for most of you already know that a lot of my sales comes from my YouTube channel. Diba? So, I started my YouTube channel 2015, pero last year ko lang siya sinimulan talagang karirin at aralin. Diba? My first video is uploaded 2015, tapos nag-upload lang ako ng something for training or branding purposes, but I only have around 100 subscribers. Diba? So, it's just only when lockdown happened na I was forced to learn this. So this is actually yun nga, parang out of necessity. 'Di ba? And siguro wala na lang din ako magawa. Ayun. So, but the good news is, na before that pala, I'll be sharing with you yung mga naging results ko since I started YouTube. So my first video in YouTube and online, my online campaign started around April 1. And technically, ginawa ko talaga yung YouTube channel ko for recruitment. I was able to attend Don Soriano's effortless recruitment. Tapos na-inspire din ako. Ginaya ko yung funnel niya. 'Di ba? And it was really for recruitment. Nag-create din ako ng 3 videos na pinapapanood ko. Yeah, tama, Ruti, no? Classmate tayo. No, pinapapanood ko siya sa mga new recruits ko. So required yung panoorin. No? So but as I do that, napansin ko kay Don, ano yung kanya eh. Dito naka-private, no? May link lang. So sa akin, may dito pinublic ko. So sabi ko gamitin ko na lang din tong for recruitment, not just yung mga ibibigay ko dun sa mga attendees namin, pero dito sabi ko baka makakuha rin sa public. So this is what happened. I started April 1, so mag-anniversary na. But my first sale online is towards the end of September. Buntik pa ako ma-zero niyan noong September na yan. Kasi sa amin, di ba, no zero month CMP dapat. No, so, I had my first icebreaker, itong si Miss Edita, 500,000 guardian. Medyo matanda na, sumataas yung ANP niya. Pero pagdating ng October, I had 6 sales. Ito yun, 4 na ACP, 2 Guardian 5. So, yun dati, yun ang minamarket ko talaga, Guardian 5 na 1 pay, di ba? Ayun. And then, November, I also had 6 sales, no? So merong 2 ahip, 2 ACP, 1 EO, 1 guardian. Ayun. And then last December 6 din ulit, no? So although marami yatang guardian lang dito. So 4 and then 2 ACP. Right? So nagtuloy-tuloy siya this year. I had 11 sales last January, ito siya. So may mga guardian, may Moneyworks, ahip, ACP 100. And then February to March, I had 12 sales last month, puro YouTube siya. And then this month, I already have 9 sales. 5 pa lang yung approved, no? Yung 4 pending. Ganon. So, and I also have around 4 meron akong 4 or 5 nang na postponed ganun or nag-back out ganun. So kasi either yun nga kumbaga may medical cases. Yun, diabetic, ganyan, tapos overweight, yung isa may esophagitis. So, ang dami na rin naging cases. Ang nakakatuwa rito since protection protection campaign, no, since September was able to close 51 policies. Ang maganda dito yung coverage 48.9 million already. Tapos 1.1 million na yung ENP. Not bad na rin kahit may mga guardian. And then this year, I already have 32 policy counts. 30 million na yung coverage, so nakakatawa, and then 768,000 ANP. March 17 pa lang naman. So siguro hopefully madagdagan pa. Yun. So yun lang nakakatuwa. Thank you. Ayun. So that's why I wanna share with Dimaawat si Dimaliuat. Oo. Nakakatuwa to, no? Kasi, that's why I'm so grateful. Kasi kahit guardian pinapatos ko. Dahil alam nyo naman sa amin, CMP. Tapos leader pa ako, di ba? So walang benta. So sabi ko, when we were training nila Patrick Patricio, nila Roy Ventura, ni Vig, ayan, nila Judd, and then all the other na mga classmates namin dun sa, ano yun? Yung ELM, sa ELM namin, no? So doon ko talaga na-realize, when you're running an agency, talagang you should be setting up systems. Diba? So bonus training to, bonus topic. We should be setting up systems. So sabi ko, okay, starting 2020, hindi na ako magbebenta. Yun talaga yung sabi ko, hindi na ako mag-focus ng sale, hindi na ako maghahabol ng MDRT because malaking trabaho yung kailangan kong gawin. It's just so happened, pandemic came, di ba? So maraming nangyari, and then I had to do something as well. And of course, trying to teach to other people. Of course, ganun pa rin, recruitment pa rin yung goal, no? So, I'm still focused on building the agency. It's just so happened, they come, so alam nga namang mag-inarte ako at hindi ko sila kausapin. Ganon. So, yun nga, wag niyo po ako masyadong gayahin in a way na hindi po kasi na ako nagsiset ng appointments. Hindi na ako nag-approach since September. They come to me. Pero I always mention this to my training na don't do that unless bumabaha na yung inquiry sa'yo. So, never abandon yung bread and butter natin, which is still telephone approach or chatting approach. Kasi kailangan active prospecting pa rin aside from this na passive prospecting. So are you excited to learn how I did it? Type in game if you're game to learn more. Iba ka DJ pinipila. Yun yung gusto kasi natin, hindi lang ako yan. So that's what I want to share with you because the reality is this can be done by everyone. No, tinignan ko rin sa recruitment, I already had 39 leads coming from online. So not bad. 20 of them are active in the pipeline. Yung iba, marami akong pagkakamali rin from last year. Di ba, na pina-attend kagad ng COP, for example, hindi ko pa nakausap, mga ganyan. May isang coded and then 3 yung nakapasa ng exam. No? So not bad na rin. Siguro, mas kailangan lang i-push pa yung mga tao sa pipeline. Yeah. So ang ginagawa ko ngayon, binibigay ko na yung iba sa mga tao ko rin. Ganun. Right? So, what the good news is, this can work in any social media platform. Maybe a lot of you or some of you are thinking, maybe hindi ko kayang mag-shoot na video sa YouTube. That's fine. Because this can work in Facebook, this can work in Instagram, this can work in LinkedIn, this can work even in TikTok, right? And of course in YouTube. So how many of you are excited? If you're excited and you want to learn, siguro the first thing that I want to ask you is, saang platform nyo gustong mag-shine? Sige, Facebook, type in dyan, no? FB, IG, LinkedIn, TikTok, or YouTube. Or kung ano man, kung nag-Snapchat kayo, ayan. Pwede kasi, ayan. So, IG, FB, TikTok, FB and LinkedIn, right? FB and YouTube, right? So, ngayon pa lang, nilalatag ko na to na this is possible in any social media platform para hindi kayo, yun nga, ma-intimidate. 12 months na shy pa rin ako, nagsisimula na sa FB. Ayan. Pero galing mo na Ruthie, no? And again, yun nga eh. There's always a next level for all of you. Ayan, FB, IG, LinkedIn, FB, YouTube. Yes, Clubhouse can be done as well. Kumu. Di ba? Marami ng mga bagong platform din ngayon. So, you can do that. Because you don't need to do this in all. Lalo na pag nagsisimula ka pa lang para hindi ka ma-overwhelm. Ayan, Clubhouse, audio. Yes, I also want to convert mine into audio, Spotify, etc. Hindi ko pala nabibigyan ng time. Okay, sige. So let's go. Let's start with the mentality. Kasi at the end of the day, 'di ba? Belief equals result. Whatever you believe in, that determines the result that you will get. Right? So, ganun ka-important na yung mentality mo nasa tamang direction. So, let me share with you the proper mentality that you should be doing or having here. The first is, kailangan mong isipin that this social media sites can be your own platform. Right? So that will be your platform. Bakit? Let me give you a brief history. There are just 4 major media outlets that we use before, pati ngayon. No? So, written words, audio, video, and pictures. Diba? Or magazine. Diba? So, pag written words, yan yung newspaper. Videos, TV yan, or movies. Audio is the radio. And then pictures is the magazine. So, I learned this from Gary Vaynerchuk. Hindi ko na lang nagawa ng slides. No? Medyo busy lang. So, pero ngayon, sabi ni Gary V, today is the best time to be alive and to be into business. Bakit? Because you can leverage online with minimal to no cost. Diba? So, paano yon? If you want written words, you can have your own blog or website. Even LinkedIn, you can type doon. No? Merong mga blog posts doon sa LinkedIn that you can use. Videos, YouTube. Audio, yan nga, Spotify or other audio channels. Diba? And then yung pictures will be IG and Facebook. So this will be your own platform. Ang maganda ngayon, libre. Right? So para matigilan yung maiingay, type in free. If you heard me, type in free. If you heard me you're getting a free platform. That should be the mentality. You should do this. We should do this because now para kang may libreng ABS-CBN. You don't need millions, hundreds of millions of pesos to start your own channel, to have your own platform, your own Philippine Star, 'di ba? Your own radio station, 'di ba? Your own magazine. Hindi mo na kailangan ng malaking investment. Sometimes you can even start for free, 'di ba? So now, you have to ask yourself, ano yung gusto mong maging? Ano yung end result na gusto mong maging sa social media? Do you want to be the expert? No, yung ba yung gusto mong maging image online? Do you want to be the trusted advisor? Do you want to be the go-to person? Or do you want to be an authority in terms of your niche? So, type in the chat box and sulat mo na rin sa notebook mo, no, ano yung gusto mong maging brand mo o maging tingin sa iyo ng tao? Expert, trusted advisor, go-to person, or authority? Go ahead. Ayan. Authority, go-to person. Lahat. Pili ka ng isa. Pili ka ng isa. Richmaker is probably the branding. No? So, pag sinabing Richmaker, anong tawag sa'yo? Are you the authority? Are you the trusted advisor? Diyan kasi nagsisimula, no? So yan yung diyan ka pupunta, yan yung gagawin mong mga content, 'di ba? When you start thinking of you. Sabi nga, 'di ba? Begin with the end in mind. Right? You gotta begin with an end in mind. Influencer, yeah. So it can be as well. Right? Pero syempre gusto natin lalapit din sila sa atin. Sometimes yung influencer, pinanonood tayo, etc. The question is, do we convert? Diba? So we want to convert as much as possible. So that's the first activity. The second activity is this. No? So what is your voice? Ganito ka important yung itong activity na to. You got to know and you got to be clear, what do you want to say online? What are you telling people, your market online? What is your voice? I call this the social media voice. 'Di ba? Ano ba yung boses mo online? Kasi ang problema ganito, kapag hindi ka clear kung ano yung voice mo, ang mangyayari yung content mo chop suey, kung ano-ano na lang. 'Di ba? So ang mangyayari ngayon, you don't attract the right people to come to you. Right? So dapat klaro yung voice mo, klaro yung message mo. So let me help you start muna tayo being a financial advisor. Why? I created this training for your advisors as well, for our advisors. No? So, kung magbebenta ka online, ano yung message mo? Ano ba yung voice mo that you want to really inculcate to the minds of your viewers or of your followers? Do you want to say you should protect your assets kasi nakakapagod yan trabahuhin tapos pag namatay or nagkasakit mawawala lang? Do you want to tell them save for education early? Why? Because anyway, it's a guaranteed expense. 'Di ba? So if either you save now and earn interest or yun nga, you pay later and even pay interest. 'Di ba? Or do you want savings? Kailangan magandang mag-save, kailangan nagsisave ka. Our programs, if you buy life insurance, dito, it's a forced saving, so maganda yon kasi kung sa bangko ka lang nagsisave, nagagalaw mo yung pera mo. No? So as I share and put into words here, kung saan ka nakaka-relate, choose 2 to 3 topics that you would want to really talk about fully in your social media accounts. Or do you want to tell healthcare is expensive? 'Di ba na yun nga, magastos magkasakit, pag may savings ka, magagalaw lang yon. Pag wala kang savings, kailangan mong mangutang, whatever. Or do you want to really emphasize the importance of life insurance, especially those to the non-believers? Do you want to talk about those topics? Do you want to talk about investments? 'Di ba kung bakit important yung investment? Maybe you want to talk about our global funds. Kasi you cannot talk about all these things eh. Yun yung problema kasi minsan. 'Di ba? You gotta focus on your niche. Or do you want to plan your retirement now? 'Di ba? Gusto mo ba pumunta sa retirement planning? Para ikaw yung makilala doon na expert. Or do you want love for family, that buying life insurance means love for your family? And in reality, lahat tayo, sinasabi natin yan. The main challenge is you cannot be the expert, the go-to person, an influencer, the authority, diba, the trusted advisor, if you just, chop suey din yung content mo. Like me, if you've noticed, maybe 90%, 80% of my sales are non-VUL. So it's a conscious effort for me na ganun yung ginawa ko talaga this time because of a certain reason. Later, I'll talk about that. So because I saw people online, may maraming galit sa VUL. So sila yung target market ko din. So kailangan yung malaman ano yung target market nyo. So can you type in the chat box probably 1 or 2 voices that you would want to focus on? Pwede rin wala dyan, no? Kung meron ka ng clear message that you want to convey online, pwede yan. Alin nyo sa'yo dyan, bro? Sa akin, protect your assets, that's number 1. And then probably, when I sell AHIP, since I really sell AHIP especially before, healthcare is expensive. That's my main message sa business owner. So lagi akong protection ever since eh. No, yung VIP client ko na kumuha sa akin ng 2,800,000 mag-asawa, AHIP yun ang message ko. It's not about investment. Right yan, pwede manage risk. Film Vitality, pwede rin yun. Diba? Prioritize your education. Yan, invest in yourself. Young parents, so income continuation. Ayan. So protect your assets, healthcare is expensive. So yes, you can choose different words. No, but the goal is, again, you got to choose 1 or 2, maximum of 3 niche market para yung regularity ng content mo doon din papunta. Pangalawa, pag nag-iisip ka, ano bang ipopost ko ngayon? Ano bang message ko ngayon? Gearing towards, sabi ni Michelle, investing young. So puro ganon. Dapat yung content mo for investing young para yung mga kliyente mo na ma-attract sila din. You will be now the trusted advisor for people who wants to invest young, or kung ikaw yung nagsasabi bakit important mag-invest na maaga. Klaro. So go ahead and write down in your notebook or in your notepad kung alin dito yung pinaka nakaka-relate ka. No? So this is a very important exercise. Dito talaga nagsisimula lahat. Okay. So hindi tayo pupunta doon sa activity ng selling because this is a leadership group. No? So let's talk about recruitment. So siningit ko tong recruitment. Sa training with the agents, wala tong slides na to. No? So pinasok ko lang, binago ko dahil nga napag-usapan natin na, okay, gusto natin recruitment kasi yun din yung pinaka-valuable to everyone. Right? So sige, mag-recruit na tayo. What is your recruitment voice? So, what makes you excited about Film Life? Can you type in dyan sa chat box? If you will be recruiting people, ano yung message mo? Diba? Ano yung nagpapa-excite sa'yo about Film Life? What message can you convey? Type nyo dyan. And I'm sure iba-iba yung mga messages na lalabas. Diba? So meaning each and every one will be unique. Best yung digital technology, number one in technology, ayan, dream big, diba? Tech and innovation. You can do work from home. You can be your own boss. Diba? You can educate more people. You can change people's lives. Right? So, what else? Type mo lang dyan. Helping people have financial peace of mind. You can work everywhere and anytime. Less than 1 minute policy approval. Wow, grabe yun, di ba? So yun, give our loved ones what they deserve. Yeah, work-life balance. Stable business with a stable company. I like that. Pwede maging artista, yan. Parang si BG. Di ba? Yan, so, and ang dami nang lumabas doon. No? So, I'll give a few conversations as well. No? So, do you want to tell your audience or the people you want to attract that this is a big business? Yung ba yung message mo? Kasi maybe, isa-isahin natin, I'll give a lot of examples. Sige. Maybe you already have a business and then nakita mo na malaki rin pala yung pwedeng kitain sa Film Life. Baka mas malaki pa doon sa sarili mong negosyo. And that's what happened to me. Right now, Film Life is my major source of income. Diba? So maybe that can be. So yun ang gusto mo pakita. Malaki yung kitaan dito. Malaki negosyo to. And hindi ito extra income, negosyo to. Or do you want to highlight time freedom and flexibility? Iba kasing messaging yon. Diba na dito you can work nang hindi 9 to 5 or hindi 8 to 5. Yung OT mo dito is optional. 'Di ba? You can hindi mo na kailangan mag-file ng leave. 'Di ba? You can travel anytime. Pwede kang mag-work during holidays, pwede kang mag-leave or hindi mag-work during weekdays. Pwede yun ba yung messaging mo? Or yes, this is a work from home business. Lalo na ngayon, maybe yan yung maraming hinahanap. 'Di ba? So yun ba yung nakaka-attract sa'yo? Dito ka ba nakaka-resonate? What else? Or maybe your message would be, we need professional financial advisors. Di ba? Kasi maraming nagbebenta ng life insurance, may proposal na kaagad. Di ba? Kami, hindi. Sa team namin, hindi ganon. We really spend most of our time getting to know your goals and dreams, and then the last 1 or 2 minutes lang yung proposal. Kasi ganon kami sa IPOS. Di ba? Is that your message? Or probably, you earn while you learn. Na habang nag-aaral ka, marami kang natututunan, pwede kang kumita. Is that something that you would want to tell your audience? Or, anong nandun sa dulo? Change career. Probably you would want to change career. Diba? If you're looking for a career change, this is one good option. Diba? So, pwedeng dito ka na ngayon pumunta. Nagsasawa ka na ba sa trabaho mo ngayon? Diba? Dito sa Film Life, maganda. Ito yung mga perks, etc. Ito yung mga experiences namin. Or maybe your story is employee to entrepreneur. No, parang ito si Vig. Si Vig, ito kasi yung voice niya online. No, nilagay ko talaga to para ma-example ko si Roy. No, siya empleyado to milyonaryo. Klaro yung kwento niya eh. 'Di ba? Klaro yung kwento niya online. That's why they are attracting a lot of people, especially employees who wants to be millionaires just like him to join his team. Kaya klaro yung recruitment strategy niya. Sabi kong siya lang yung may karapatang hindi umattend nito. Kasi magaling na yan. Ako pa yung natututo sa kanya, di ba? Ganon. So, ang ganda. Ang ganda. Ako talaga, doon ako natuwa eh. Sobrang clear. Sobrang clear. Kaya nag-work yung Facebook ads mo kasi sobrang clear. May pa-video pa, ini-interview siya, hindi nakatingin, mga ganyan. Di ba? So, nakakatuwa talaga. Doon ko nakita na, wow, very clear yung message, very clear yung target market. Or do you want to show travel and lifestyle? Di ba na dito pwede kang mag-travel. Tignan mo kami, nakakapag-travel kami for free. We're able to have time exercising, ganyan. Di ba? We're able to spend time with our families. is that your recruitment voice? So if you were to choose, dito sa mga words dito, sa statements na to, alin dito yung recruitment voice mo? Pwede ring wala rito kung meron ka na kanina naiisip, di ba? So please just type in the chat box or also write in your notebook ano yung recruitment voice mo. Earn while you learn. Ayan, lifestyle, sabi ni JM. Diba, nakita ko sila JM, napupunta ng Pampanga, mga ganyan, kasama yung family, but still able to do the business. Diba? You can earn while you learn, sabi ni Jacqueline. Ayan. Diba, na libre na yung training, kumikita ka pa, parang ganyan, diba? So, pwedeng ganun yung mga regular mong posting. Travel and lifestyle, the life you want. Kay Eman, diba? You can choose the life you want. Ganon. No, ganda ng lifestyle. Ayun. Diba? So what else? Please go and type in there. No, sobrang important na naiintindihan mo ano yung message mong gustong i-convey. Ayan, work-life integration. Diba? Na pwede mong pagsabayin yung work mo, tapos sasabay mo yung family mo, especially if you have kids. Right? So pwede yan. Tama yan, JV. So you got to learn what's your recruitment voice. Again, pwede kang kumuha dito sa mga kodigo na sinshare ko, or you can create your own voice. Ang mahalaga, kaya mo siyang panindigan. Diba? Because we will have different messages. Definitely. So hindi, kahit gawin natin to lahat sabay-sabay online, hindi tayo magkakalaban-laban. Kasi there will be people who will be attracted to Vig, there will be people who will be attracted to Eman, to JB, there will be people who will be attracted to me. Ang mahalaga lang, yun nga, nakaka-relate sila dun sa message mo. Right? So, meron pa bang magta-type? Ayan. Like si BG, di ba? Masarap, may pera ka pang kain every morning kahit sa labas ka kumain every time. Ayan. So, pwedeng yun yung attracted to me. Iba yata gusto mong i-attract BG. Girlfriend yata eh. Or misis eh. Pwede rin. Oo nga eh. Chicks yung ina-attract ni BG eh. Diba? So, yun yung goal mo. No? Yun yung goal natin. So, type in I'm learning if you're learning. Ibang platform daw yun. Swipe left tsaka swipe right yun. Type in I'm learning if you're learning. I wanna know. Yan. Sige. This is so important. I really want to spend a lot of time here because kung mali, or if it's not clear, if it's not clear what message you want to convey, you will not attract people to you, to your team, or if you're a seller, you will not attract clients to you. Right? Okay. Welcome, you're welcome. Okay, sige. So now, nag-iisip na mag-shoot ng YouTube vids? Oh, pwede yan, Jerome. Go. Baka daigin mo pa ako kasi sa akin sobrang basic lang ng mga videos ko. Ikaw, meron ka ang ganda nga ng mga collaterals nyo, di ba? Ng marketing collaterals. So pwede. So, okay, let me share with you the content idea. So, DJ, okay, meron na akong recruitment voice or meron na akong selling voice. Meron na akong voice sa social media. Ito yung message ko eh. Pero hindi ba mahirap gumawa ng content? Yes and no. Diba? So, mahirap siya if you don't know what content you will create. But let me share with you a few things that to guide you what content you want to create. So type in content if you are excited or if you want to learn how to create new content. Yan, perfect. So this is the first question that I want you to ask yourself. What is your client's biggest problem? What is my target market's biggest concern? What is the number one question in their minds that I would want to answer? I remember, I don't know if you know Alan Go. He's the number one email marketing guru in the Philippines. So he's a good friend of mine. So one time, I requested Alan to run a training for our company in Driven, in our real estate company. And ang number one question niya sa akin, sabi niya, DJ, pwede ba ako magpa-run ng survey? Diba? So, kasi gusto niyang malaman that whatever he will talk about will be valuable to the audience. Diba? Laging ganun. And actually, in training, that should be the case always. When I run a physical training, I always ask, what are your expectations? Kasi sometimes, maybe wala sa slides ko yung, yung gusto mong malaman. Ganon. So, I want you to ask yourself, what is your client's biggest problem? Diba? So, isa-isay natin. Kunyari, ang niche mo is empleyado to milyonaryo, big financial advisors. Maybe ang problema nila, I hate my boss. Visit tong boss ko na to. Diba, nakakainis talaga. So maybe your content would be, dito, be your own boss or fire your boss, whatever that is. Or dito, wala kang boss. Diba, I will not be your boss. I will be your business partner. In fact, tutulungan pa kita. Ganon. Or if their concern would be, I am not happy with what I do. Diba? So maybe that is not your passion. So probably you can find it somewhere else. No, pwedeng ganon. Or maybe pwede rin namang, sige, wag ka muna mag-resign. Habang ginagawa mo yung trabaho mo ngayon, you're not happy with that, okay, but probably it's putting food on the table. Dito ka muna. Gawin mo rin ito. Dito, magiging masaya ka naman. This is our culture. So pwede mong ipakita yung culture mo. Right? Or probably they're asking, there's more to life than this. Nakaka-bore naman tong trabaho ko. Ganto na lang ba lagi? Then probably ipakita mo the lifestyle that you have. Diba? Ano yung mga future or yung vision na nangyayari rito sa film life? Or yun nga, you can also do that interview na ginawa ni Roy. Diba? Na kinuwento niya yung buhay niya from being an employee to being a financial advisor, and ngayon, no, poging agency manager na. Diba? So, yun. Umiikot na naman isip ko, kainis. Ganun kasi talaga, diba? You gotta always think of what they have in mind. Ano ba yung problema nila? Diba? So yun yung empleyado to milyonaryo. How about pag we need professional financial advisors? Kunyari yun yung target market mo. No, maybe ang problem nila, and ako, ito isa to sa mga selling voice ko, no, and also recruitment voice. No, I did not understand my life insurance policy. Yun yung problema nila. Diba? So sasabihin ko, the reason why it happens because a lot of financial advisors are selling, pag harap pa lang sa'yo, proposal na kaagad. Diba? And unfortunately, even in film life, may mga ganon. Before, buti nga ngayon, mas konti na. Our advisors, I train them as much as possible to do KYC really. And I'm sure all of you, especially the MDRTs here, ganon ang dapat na training, diba? But it's unfortunate that a lot of advisors, especially outside of film life, right, na hindi talaga marunong magbenta. 'Di ba? Hindi nila na-explain. Or yung iba naman, hindi naman kasalanan ng advisor. Baka naman talaga, kumbaga kung ikaw nga, isang attend mo lang, hindi mo naman na-gets lahat, 'di ba? So, malamang sila nakalimutan din nila. So, what if you become your own financial advisor? Possible, ganon. So, that can be your recruitment skill. Or, I love to teach about finances but I don't have an outlet. So maybe sila yung gusto mong target market. Ito yung mga taong passionate about financial education, probably nag-i-invest unti-unti, nag-i-MP2 man lang, or nagko-konting stock market, etc. But they don't know how to, ano yung best way to be a legit, somehow an authority or a go-to person in terms of that. Right? So, pwedeng sila naman yung targetin mo. Or, I earn well but I don't have the time and flexibility. So ito naman yun nga, yung okay yung nagtrabaho nila, happy sila sa income nila, but probably kailangan nila ng time. No, so because in one of our survey, sa Starbright, nagkaroon tayo ng Starbright shares last year, 'di ba? The people in the leadership position, in the management position, the number one thing that attracted them to film life is time flexibility. That's the reason why they joined. And number 2 lang yung income. Right? So probably their freedom and flexibility of time. So that can be your message. Next, how about pag business owners naman yung target mo, no? So probably their problem is my business is losing money or hindi kumikita but I don't want to be an employee, 'di ba? May mga ganoon no, na talagang pusong negosyante, however, posibleng hindi naman talaga kumikita ng maganda yung negosyo nila. Right? Or maybe And hindi porke negosyante ka, malaki kinikita mo or masaya buhay mo, di ba? You would know that. Maraming negosyante, parang hindi naman talaga worth it yung effort dun sa negosyo. Ang daming trabaho, tapos sakto lang yung kita. May mga ganun kasing negosyo. Not all businesses are created equal. Yun, kumbaga, they can be your target market as well. Or maybe limited growth in my business. Example ako, nung nasa real estate ako, okay, I'm earning 6 figures in a month. However, my major challenge is yung mga tao namin. So we've been recruiting a lot of agents in the real estate industry. However, konti lang yung nakakabenta kasi hindi madaling magbenta. So the high transition and attrition rate, pagpapalit ng mga agents, recruit ka, iti-training mo, effort ka sa training mo, wala, recruit ka ulit, iti-training mo, nakakapagod. No? So sabi ko parang limited yung growth dito. No, maybe there's a better way of doing this. Right? So doon ako na-attract sa Film Life way back 2013. Diba? So doon nakita ko na, ito parang ang ganda nung latag, di ba? Pwede ka maging advisor, pwede ka maging manager. So technically, parang na akong licensed broker. And then pwede ka maging agency. I saw that an agency is like a company within a company. So sabi ko, dito mas lesser yung cost, lesser yung staff, hindi ko kailangan magbayad ng kuryente, ng utilities, ng rent. Basta lesser, di ba? Pero ang malaki yun kita. Di ba? So if you're just humble enough, if you're a business owner and you're just humble enough to do this business, malaki talaga pwede mong kitain. No? So they can be your target market. So are you learning? Is that clear? Kasi when I run this in a few of my next gen leaders, no, kaya hindi na ako nag-invite na run ko na to sa kanila. No, so yung mga ka-ums ko, merong iba doon sabi, ako work from home business. Diba? Work from home business. Gusto ko work from home business. Okay. Sabi ko, that's a very good niche for you. No, kasi ako I cannot talk about work from home business. That's not my main voice. Bakit? Hindi ako naging employee ever. So hindi ko pwedeng gayahin si Roy Ventura na empleyado at milyonaryo unless I will use someone in our agency to be that image. Pwede rin naman, no? Gagamitin ko lang yung strategy na yon. But kung ako mismo, in my team, mas klaro sa akin tong business owners because that's my story. Diba? Naiintindihan ko rin yung mga concerns nila. Diba? The taxes you need to pay, yung mga, diba? All the other things, employee benefits and everything, you can talk about that eh. So pwedeng akong gumawa ng maraming content na natatarget ko yung target market ko. No, kung kakaririn ko talaga tong recruitment in terms of that. Sabi, nag-PM si Vic, babasahin ko, nahihiya na ako bro, wag mo nga ako banggitin. Nakakala nila magaling talaga, nakakahiya. Magaling ka talaga bro. Magaling ka talaga. No, kasi na-inspire din ako nung sharing mo, yung story mo. And that's why, ang maganda nga yun bro para kasi at least yung I can use you as an actual example. Baka sabihin nila nagbibiro lang ako or hindi clear eh. Kaya nagiging clear siguro yung kwentuhan natin because there are actual examples. No? So, that thing. No? So, ganun. Yun nga, let's say some of you probably, you experienced being an employee in the past. Alam mo kung, especially if you're a mom, di ba? Alam mo kung bakit important na nasa bahay ka with your family. Ako kasi, di ba may recent post ako nung for those of you who are my friends in Facebook, nung Sunday nag-post ako, work from home or work at office. Kung ako tatanungin mo, work at office eh. Mas gusto ko sa office. Kasi ang sakit ng ulo ko rito, pagkatapos ng training, kumakatok na yung anak ko dito, di ba? Minsan wala pa. Di ba? So hindi ko mabigay ng todo yung kailangan kong gawin. Ganon. So, it doesn't mean naman every day, no? Pero I wanna go to the office like twice a week man lang, di ba? Once or twice a week. Ganon. So, iba yung struggle ko, iba yung struggle nyo. Right? For some of you who are really, let's say, into travel or lifestyle. For example, si Grace Quinto, di ba, na mahilig mag-travel. Nakita ko si jet setter na si Gab, di ba? Ano? So, pwede, work at the beach, etc. You can attract that certain market kasi probably yun din yung gusto mo. Mas clear siya sa'yo. For example, si Jerome De Castro, di ba, Team DC. A lot of his first few recruits are CPAs just like him. Bakit? Nakaka-relate yun eh. Diba? mas mahirap talagang kalabanin si Jerome recruiting CPAs. Kunyari ako, kasi hindi naman ako CPA. I don't know their struggle. Unti-unti ko na lang nalalaman, kakapakinig ko ng mga different stories nyo. Ganun pala yung CPA minsan. O nag-overnight sila pag audit, mga ganyan. So, I would know, but probably hindi pa rin masyadong maganda yung script, di ba, or yung kwento na gagamitin ko. Right? So, if you're learning, I wanna know, ano na ngayon yung, kung mas nagiging clear na siya, anong target market or anong recruitment voice mo? Pwedeng mahaba din, no? Hindi necessary business owners lang, ganyan. Mas maganda pa nga yung specific, na mas maganda yung specific na story na gusto mong gawan ng content or ng spiel. Type in the chat box, I wanna know. Right? So, yan. So, sulat nyo rin sa mga notebooks nyo. Ganon siya ka-important, guys, kasi this is the first, this is the really an important part of this campaign. Kasi kung hindi, guys, magiging chop suey lang yung post nyo. And hindi rin siya clear. Hindi mo siya mako-convey yung message mo ng maigi. Diba? So yes, strength niya talaga yan. Galing kaya, sabi nga, oh yes, strength ni Vig. Corporate slavery to entrepreneurial freedom. Yeah, I like that. I like that story, Eman. Diba? So, and there's a lot of stories that you can run towards that. Ako, I cannot have that story, Eman, because hindi ko siya na-experience. Diba? So, yes, pwede. Alam mo yun, pero hilaw. Hilaw yung magiging kwento ko dyan. Maybe I will just borrow some of your scripts na narinig ko. Alam mo yun, dadaanin ko na lang sa bola ng konti. Diba? Kasi, kumbaga, hindi talaga siya coming from the heart because it's not my expertise. Right? So, yun. Ano pa? Type pa kayo dyan. Pauwi ng pamilya from abroad. Ayan, maganda yan. Diba? So, yung mga, yung parents na nasa abroad, pwedeng yung anak or pwedeng yung asawa na nandito. No? So, I like that. I like that. Right? So, yeah, hope. No? You're giving hope. That's good. So, that's good. Sige, so type nyo pa dyan. Again, yung mga naiisip nyo, this will be the heart of your message. It doesn't mean hindi ka magpo-post ng iba pang mga message, di ba? Pero lagi kang babalik dun sa heart of your campaign. Lagi kang babalik dun. Right? So, minsan nagpo-post ka pa rin about EADP, post ka pa rin about like a bank employee, mga ganyan. Pero lagi kang babalik dun sa core mo. Ayan, basahin ko yung iba, no? Thank you for your commenting. So, natututo rin ako sa inyo. Sabi ni Kevin, BPO graveyard shifting to managing your schedule. I like that. No? So, yeah, ako hindi ko naisip yun, di ba? So, kung naisip mo yung target market na yun, then it can be. Nag-resonate daw kay BG yun. Ayun. So, sabi ni Michelle, empower independent women. I like that. I cannot do that, di ba? Kasi hindi naman ako women. Hindi naman ako part of that group. Yun, give back to family at an early young age. I like that, Raster. Di ba? So that can be your message. Financial advising to the next level. Oy, mas gawin mo pang mas clear, no? Kasi ako, sa akin, hindi siya ganun ka-clear. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng financial advising to the next level? So maybe clarify that, Jackie. Yeah, know your niche and then talk to their pain. Tama yan, Vic. Tama yan. No, natutunan ko yan kay Tony Robbins. Right? Kung ano yung pain nila, yun yung yung kausapin mo or disturb them. Exhausted call center agent turned lady boss. Ayan, sabi ni Frances, di ba? So that can be your brand and then you can talk to them just like that. Accountant kasi ako, sabi ni Jacqueline. Okay. So sige. Yun lang yung feedback ko, di ba? Dapat lang mas clear, Jackie, kung ano pa yung ibig mong sabihin. So mas i-clarify mo pa kasi people may not understand. Right? So again, yun lang yun. And again, marketing is a trial and error. It doesn't really matter. Ang mahalaga, gawin mo muna siya and then look what works, what doesn't. Alright, so let's move on. So ano pa yung mga ways to create content? So siguro in this part, patapos na ako kasi marami na tayo na pag-usapan. In this part, get your pen and paper or your notepad sa cellphone mo. Let's create a list of your topics. No? So in terms of content planning, when you're planning your content, you got to write down yung mga ideas ng topics mo that you want to talk about and share in your platform. Ganito yan. There should be a separate time. Let's say, ano ba ngayon? Wednesday. Kunyari na lang, Monday afternoon. Monday afternoon, ang trabaho mo ng Monday afternoon, magsulat lang ng content. Magsulat lang ng content. Nasaan ba yung notebook ko? Right? Magsulat lang ng content na pag-iisipan mo, na pag-uusapan nyo. Ganon. So probably this will be the topics na i-discuss mo sa YouTube channel mo. Like ako po guys, if you can see, I have this list. Tapos sinecheckan ko ano yung mga nagawa ko na siya. So ikaw din, ano yung ipopost mo sa IG? Ano yung ipopost mo sa Facebook? Ganon. So sabi ni Eman, do you have script ba? Actually, wala. Wala akong script. Kasi medyo mahirap din eh. Meron akong outline. Later, I'll show you a sample. Ano. So, hindi ko na kailangan ng script. Hindi naman talaga kasi siya kailangan para mas natural. Pero at least meron akong guide kung ano yung sasabihin ko. So, let me share to you this slide na lang para mas clear. For example, no, ito naman sa bentahan na kasi ito. Kunyari, family provider product review. Gusto kong i-review si FamPro. No? So, maybe that can be one topic that I would want. Ang counterpart nito sa IG and Facebook is yung mga collaterals na ginagawa nyo na all-in-one, med assist, di ba? And that is just one topic. Ang problema, most of us, ganun lang ang pinupost. Wala nang ibang other content. So it becomes, ayaw na nilang basahin yung content mo, ayaw na nilang basahin yung post mo. Di ba? Parang paulit-ulit na lang, yun na lang lagi sinishare ni Eman or ni Jackie. Di ba? So, dapat may different flavor. Next. O yan. Let's say, how much life insurance do you need? For example, yun ang gusto kong topic. Di ba? So, pwede kang gumawa ng either Facebook post, yung ginagawa ni Argel, follow nyo si Argel Tiburcio, di ba? Na meron siyang pang IG and pang Facebook to, na merong picture number 1, yung cover, kunyari, how much life insurance do you need? Tapos, slide number 1, slide number 2, slide number 3. May mga ganun post din yung Phelam, di ba? So that can be one, kung Facebook and IG. Kung LinkedIn, it can be a blog post. I see na effective din ang blog post sa LinkedIn. Kung TikTok, magsayaw-sayaw ka dyan, tapos tuturo-turo ka, di ba? Pwede rin. Ganun na, yun nga, how much life insurance. Kung, di ba? Kung short lang naman. In YouTube, of course, you can talk about it. No? Ang gusto ko lang sa YouTube kasi, how I explain sa client, ganun na rin ako nakakapag-explain sa YouTube channel ko. So it's easier for me. Right? So how soon should you prepare for retirement? Kunyari, ito naman, you wanna talk about a retirement topic. Diba? So, naisip ko, yun ang tanong nila, kailan ba talaga kailangan mag-start? Pag 50 na ba ako? Or as early as now? E di sasabihin ko lang, probably, one of the things that I learned in PAMI, that if you want to enjoy 20 years of retirement, you got to prepare 20 years before. So kung gusto mo mag-retire at age 50, may mga batang ganun gusto mag-retire maaga, di ba? So dapat 30 pa lang, nag-start ka na mag-prepare for your retirement or earlier para magaan siya. So that can be part of your blog or audio or your video or your post sa Facebook, di ba? What else? Ito, 6 things you don't know about your life insurance policy. So, ilalabas ko na iba kong mga alas. Later, may lalabas na video sa YouTube channel ko. Ito po yun. Sinut ko siya kahapon. So, 8 o'clock. So, pwede nyo panoorin para makita nyo lang yung sample. Pero yun, kakaisip ko, this is one way how I create content. Diba? Kung ano yung medyo controversial ng konti, ano yung tingin kong babasahin nila or papanoorin nila, then I will create this. Actually, ang next level ko, I should have a transcriptionist to create a blog for my videos. I should have a marketing team who can create pictures sa Facebook from my videos. Kasi pare-pareho lang naman talaga siya. So again, di ba, pwede nyo nga kopyahin yung content ko, gawan nyo ng collateral. Ganon. Do you do ads? Kasi pag nag-search ng Phelam Life, ikaw lumalabas, hindi ako nag-ads. So hindi ako nagbabayad. Yun. So, yun yung maganda. Kasi nga, yun nga, what I'm sharing with you kanina pa, that strategy works. Kasi clear siya. Ano, yes, organic reach yun. yung lahat ng YouTube sales ko, no ads yun. Yun. So, in fact, ako pa nga yung binabayaran. I'm already making around $120 a month. Not bad na in YouTube. Yun. So, pero ang goal ko talaga nun yung sale and recruitment. Ito, for example, 3 steps on how to choose your financial advisor. Diba? So, maraming ways to think of the topics. And the more, ito pala yung number 1 rule. Nakalimutan kong banggitin kanina. You should consume content in the platform na gusto mong ma-dominate. Diba? So, you cannot be a Facebook phenomenon if you don't consume content nung mga idols mo sa Facebook, yung mga effective sa Facebook, diba? So, ngayon, alam ko naman nagko-consume kayo ng content, pero this time, wear a seller or a recruiter hat or a social media marketer hat. Pag nakita mo yun, galing nun na, pwede kong gayahin sa akin. And it doesn't mean puro insurance lang. In fact, ang sasuggest ko sa inyo, wag puro insurance yung i-consume nyo na content. Tignan nyo yung content ng ibang products. Anong gamit yung cam to shoot? Dati, kung mapapanood nyo yung mga luma kong videos, nakakahiya, ang old quality, ito lang MacBook ko. Ito lang, ganito lang. Kasi tamad po ako. No? So, tinatamad akong maglipat from the camera to the laptop. Yun lang yung reason. Tapos, eventually, na-convince ko na yung sarili ko using my iPhone. So, iPhone lang, nandito sa harapan ko, tapos naka-video na yan. Bakit? Kasi mas madali dahil airdrop lang. So again, I wanna skip a lot of steps para lang hindi ako tamarin. Ganon. Ayun. Bakit pangit ang insurance? Reverse psychology, sabi ni BG. Yes, pwede yon, di ba? So there will be some people na mapapanoorin nila yon kasi gusto nilang malaman. They're just curious, di ba? Or they wanna read through that. Di ba? So yon. Ano pa? O, ito pa yung gusto kong gawin na video, hindi ko pa nalalagyan ng time, nabigyan ng time. Buy whole life, invest the difference. Kasi nga, ACP, no? ACP na yung favorite kong product ngayon. By the way, konting promotion. On Friday, I'll be having, guest po ako ng Film Life. I'll just talk about ACP lang. Ayun. So, 5 p.m. yun. Ayun, so, buy whole life, invest the difference. Diba? Kasi, ang dami kong nakikitang galit talaga sa VUL, diba? Tapos, nakabibisit ako dun sa mga BTID. That's why I shot a video na stop watching BTID versus VUL. I had my own BTID versus VUL. Sinabi ko, stop watching that. Bakit? They have their own agenda. Hindi naman sila financial advisor, so they don't have the right to say that, di ba? Ganun. So, ayun. Then I want to say, why not buy whole life, invest the difference? That's one thing that I would want to attack the market, for example, di ba? So, something then, think of topics na walang nagsasabi, di ba? Walang gumagawa. Maybe sa'yo pa lang nila maririnig. That will make you an expert or an authority to that subject matter. Going back to dun sa sample ko na manood kayo ng commercial ng iba, tignan nyo yung mga posters ng ibang products. I remember way back, I think 2014. And I use this in real estate kasi sabi ko nga sa inyo, hindi ko alam na makakabenta sa insurance online. So I was driving in SLEX, di ba? And then yung mga taga-South dyan, hello. So nag-drive ako sa SLEX. Mayroon dong picture no na tay, bata, tay, ingat po sa pagdadrive. Parang ganon yung message niya. So sabi ko, ang cool nun parang nakakapukaw ng damdamin yung bata na nagsasabi. So ang ginawa ko, wala pa akong anak ng time na yun. I had a picture of a house and lot that I'm selling. Hindi ako magaling mag-edit Photoshop kasi wala pang Canva before. Hindi ako marunong magbura ng background before. Ngayon, madali lang. No? So I asked my brother, sige, gawa mo naman akong ganito. Ito yung idea. Kunin mo yung picture ni Lucho, yung pinsan ko na pinakabatang lalaki namin. Tapos, lagay mo siya doon, tsaka yung bahay. Tapos sabi mo, tayo, bili mo naman kami ng bagong bahay. Ganon. I had a lot of sales. Like, I'm selling 4 to 6 houses a month because of that ad alone. Of course, with other videos that I created then before. Right? So, yun, observe other ads. You can use it in insurance. Huwag puro life insurance lang yung titignan nyo. Yun. So, wear that marketing hat whenever you're out there. Even like dito sa When you're watching videos sa Netflix, even, baka may makuha kang idea, or sa YouTube especially, di ba? Ako tinitignan ko lang yung mga NBA videos kasi mahilig ako manood ng mga NBA videos. So doon ako nakakita na, ito napapaklik ako ng ganitong thumbnail tsaka title. Gayahin ko nga sa life insurance. Right? So kaya ako natutong gumawa ng mga different topics and titles. Right? So, and then after that, sige, sorry, overtime ako ng konti. No? So, and then after that, you go content planning. No, so, tinatanong ako ni Eman kanina, do you have a script? Hindi na ako nag-i-script. Una-una tamad akong gumawa. No? So, may script lang ako. Pag may talk ako, tapos yung first few lines ko lang sa talk ko. Yun lang. Pero the rest, yung mga content, wala. No? So, ang sa akin lang, ito, I just think of ano yung gusto kong pag-usapan, title. And then I just usually put an outline. Kunyari, ito, the 6 things you don't know about your life insurance policy. Okay, just talk about the free look period, policy charges, surrender charges, insurance charges, cash value, and then the 30-day grace period. Even a financial advisor will learn from this. So, pag napanood nyo po yung video ko, mamaya i-share nyo na po sa team nyo. No? So, ayun, di ba? And lalo na yung mga clients. So, because of this, I'll be able to potentially get followers who will be future clients. No, ito yung mga natutunan ko in sales. 5% will buy now, 95% will buy later. So you don't need to sell immediately kaagad. You just need to build that brand. Diba? Then you have to take care of them. So tama, consistency of your content, makikita nila eventually when they're ready to buy, I will be their top of mind. Or sa akin silang papasok as a financial advisor when I talk about being a financial advisor. Ganon. So, ayun, hindi mo kailangan kaagad magbenta. Another thing, probably 80-20 rule. 20% selling, 80% giving value. So, sa 5 posts mo, dapat isa lang dun yung benta. Diba? So, just give value first. No? Konting closing lang sa dulo. No? And then, tsaka hindi na nakakahiyang mag-offer ng product or mag-recruit ka ng financial advisor when you have given enough value and you have established that brand. Right? So, okay, are you learning ba? So, what are you feeling? Please type in the chat box. Are you inspired? Are you intimidated? Are you motivated? Excited? Ganon. Type in the chat box. Ano nafe-feel mo? Ganon. Kasi gusto ko ma-feel. Alam ko marami na ako na-share na topic. Baka lang, alam mo yun, it's too much. Yan, excited, energized, learning and excited. Just right for thank you for sharing. Thinking which platform really suits me and start doing it. Thinking of doing a video with my advisor. Super inspired. Nasa na ba mga videos ni DJ? Nasa YouTube po. Hindi ko pina-post sa Facebook. Ayan. Makopya na nga. Go! Okay, sige. So, you know, I'm glad that you learned a lot today. This is just actually about 75% of the first part of what I'm sharing with you. Now my question is, do you have leads that you can't convert them to buyers? Now, meron ka bang leads na hindi mo nako-convert sa buyers? Meron tayong mga ganon, di ba? How many of you are experiencing na meron na mga nag-i-inquire pero hindi nako-close? No, type in leads if hindi ka nakaka-convert, or marami kang mga advisors probably na yun nga, meron naman mga kausap hindi nako-convert to buyers. Yeah. So those are some of the challenges. So na-realize ko rin po yun. That's why you know, I want to ask you, what if there's a way to improve your conversion in social media and then reduce the heartaches of being ignored by your leads? Will you be excited? So, you know, I just want to tell you that I created a program for that. Okay lang bang mag-share ng content, mag-market ng content? I created a program for this kasi gusto ko talagang matuto yung mga advisors. Sabi ni James Clear, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Diba? So, dapat pala may sistema tayo para mas madali, no, ma-convert natin yun nga, maging maganda yung negosyo natin, mas mag-strive yung business natin. So I created this system. It's called the Internet Funnel Hack System. And the title is How I Turn Skeptical Leads into Happy Clients with Issued Policies in as fast as 2 days. How many of you would want to convert your leads pagka-inquire, 2 days pa lang, bumili na approve na yung policy? So, yeah, there should be a system in doing that. No, so this is the part 2 actually of what I taught you. So you gotta spend time in terms of creating your content. And I'm sure kapag gagawin nyo siya, leads will flood. There will people who will come in. However, how will you handle that? Diba? So in this system, it will allow you to save time so that you can still live life just like normal. Diba? So maraming leads pero you can still have a lot of time for your family and your passion. It will also improve your conversion rate from mag-inquire dun sa bibili. Of course, still not 100%. And then marireduce niya yung scene zone mo. No, papansinin niya at yun nga, sasagot sila sa mga messages nyo. Gusto niyo ba yan? No? So type in hack, H-A-C-K if you like that. Ayan, sige. Also, I will also teach you, so I created this program. I will also teach in this program the #1 mistake that we make in internet marketing. Because a lot of people have good content naman, but they make this #1 mistake. And that's why they're not able to convert their leads into their buyers or clients. Also, we'll also talk about the how to be a social media icon. Some of the tips and techniques in order for you to be that icon, that expert, that authority online. And also, ang mahalaga lang dito, syempre mag-work to if you have the knowledge and skills. Diba? We'll also be sharing that and of course the tools. Yung managers na, kayong mga managers dapat magturo kayo ng ganito sa advisors ninyo. Alright, so let me know if you want me to run this program with your advisors. Ganon. So this is what happened. Example, itong kliyente na to, si Romel Mico, nag-inquire. Diba? Nag-inquire ng date na to, January 27. Pagdating ng January 31, sinasabi na ako na, pwede, ako pa kinukulit, pwede pa po ba kayo mamayang afternoon? Sabi ko, yes, mga 3 p.m. So true enough, pagdating ng February 1, approve na yung policy niya. So in 4 to 5 days. Right? Next. Ito si Cheryl, no? Ito nakakatuwa to. Nag-inquire nung date na to. Tapos pagdating na February 19, approved na yung policy niya. So it was 3 days. No? So it was 3 days. Ganon. Ang maganda rito, nakakatawa kay Cheryl, pagkabili niya nung una niyang policy, guardian lang yan, bumili pa ng 2. So pagdating ng March 3, in less than 1 month, nag-i-inquire ama for her and for her daughter. Right? So 3 po yung binili niyan sa akin. Ayun, tapos ito si Krisha Joy, ito yung nakakatuwa. No Thursday nag-inquire last week. Pagdating ng Friday, na-submit niya na daw yung form. Tapos tinatanong ko, pwede ba siya bukas? Kasi gabi na, ayoko nang bumangon. So kinabukasan, Saturday po, approve na yung policy niya. Right, so this is my record right now, 2 days. From the time nag-inquire, yung get started, from the time na nag-inquire, in just 2 days, approve na yung policy. Right, so yun po, yung program na to.